The Simpsons has kept us laughing for decades with its hilarious characters and social satire. However, beneath the humor is its ability to eerily predict the future. This long-running animated sitcom has made some mind-blowing predictions that went on to become reality. From presidential elections to technological innovations and even shocking global disasters. The Simpsons has made predictions that are too accurate to believe. Today we're looking at the times The Simpsons predicted the future and left us all wondering, how did they know? First up is Donald Trump's presidency. In 2000, The Simpsons aired an episode titled Bart to the Future, which takes a peek into the future where Lisa Simpson becomes president of the United States. In one scene, Lisa is seen addressing her staff, lamenting over a massive budget crisis left by her predecessor, President Donald Trump. At the time, the idea of Trump being a president seemed like a total joke because he was just known as a real estate mogul. However, this once unbelievable joke turned into a reality when Donald Trump won the 2016 presidential election. Trump's win shocked the whole world, and the Simpsons fans were quick to recall this episode. Trump's unsuccessful run for presidency as a third-party candidate might have inspired the scene. But what was once a far-fetched joke is now America's history, and somehow the Simpsons knew it before everybody else. They even acknowledged the unreal accuracy of their prediction in the episode following Trump's win with a chalkboard written "Being right sucks." This is arguably one of the most famous predictions from the animated sitcom. They even predicted his 2024 presidential candidacy in a 2015 short, Trumptastic Voyage. Next is the 2023 Titan submersible tragedy. In the 2006 episode Homer's Paternity Coot, Homer discovers a letter suggesting that Grandpa might not be his biological father. As a result, he goes on a journey to find Mason Fairbanks, who could be his real dad. He finally finds him, and the two dive into the ocean in search of treasure using submersibles. They're seen exploring the wreckage of a ship that strongly resembled the Titanic. Unfortunately, Homer's submarine gets stuck in a coral cave and he runs out of oxygen. Fast forward to June 2023, when the world was shocked by the news that the Ocean Gate's Titan submarine had gone missing. The submarine had 5 passengers on board who had gone to explore the wreckage of the Titanic. It was later confirmed that the submersible had tragically imploded during its descent, killing everyone on board. The striking similarity of this tragedy to the scene in The Simpsons was chilling to the show's fans. Do you think it was a true prediction, or was it just a coincidence? The Simpsons didn't just predict real-world events. They even foresaw Daenerys Targaryen burning King's Landing in Game of Thrones. In 2017, The Simpsons aired The Surfsons, a fantasy-themed episode set in the medieval world of Springfieldia. The episode shows Homer reviving a dragon which goes on to breathe fire and burn down an entire village. 2 years later, Game of Thrones aired its final season that shocked the viewers. In the penultimate episode, Daenerys Targaryen uses her dragon to burn King's Landing to the ground, killing thousands of innocent people. This scene mirrored that in The Simpsons episode, and it's no wonder that many immediately drew comparisons to it. The Simpsons episode surely seemed to predict the fiery fate of King's Landing long before it happened. While The Simpsons are known for their humor, they also managed to predict the NSA mass surveillance program, which is one of the biggest US government controversies of the 21st century. In the 2007 Simpsons movie, Homer and his family are on the run after he polluted the town's water supply. During their escape, Marge reassures Lisa that no one could possibly be listening to their private conversations. The scene then cuts to the NSA headquarters, where rows of agents are monitoring phone calls and private conversations, including Lisa's. This seemed like a satirical exaggeration at that time. But a few years later, fans would view it in a completely different light. In 2013, Edward Snowden, a former NSA contractor, exposed NSA's global surveillance program. Snowden's leaks revealed that the government agency had been secretly collecting data from millions of people's phone calls, emails, and internet activities without their knowledge. This surprisingly mirrored The Simpsons movie's portrayal of mass government surveillance. This makes one wonder, was it a mere coincidence? Or did the writers of the show know about it all along? The Simpsons also predicted technological innovations like smartwatches, video calls, and autocorrect. These advancements seemed unreal at the time of prediction, but they have since become common. In the episode Lisa's Wedding, Lisa gets a chance to see into her future in the year 2010, where she has a fiancé called Hugh Parkfield. In the episode, Hugh is seen using his wristwatch to make calls just like one can do nowadays with smartwatches. The episode was aired in 1995, which is nearly 20 years before smartphones were popularized in the 2010s. In the same episode, Lisa is seen making a call to Marge using what she refers to as a picture phone. Their call seems to be like what we call video call nowadays. It wasn't until the following century that video calling technologies Additionally, in a 1994 episode, Dolph wrote a memo on his Newton device with the message, "Beat up Martin." The memo was hilariously translated to "Eat up Martha." Well, autocorrect was already there in Microsoft Word when the episode was being aired, and the joke was meant to mock the Apple device for its poor ability to recognize handwritings. However, it also seemed to predict the challenges that autocorrect would cause in handheld devices, as it's a real menace in smartphones nowadays. As if predicting technological advances wasn't enough, The Simpsons also predicted that there would be faulty voting machines. In the 2008 Halloween episode Treehouse of Horror 19, Homer goes to the voting booth to cast his vote for Barack Obama in the US presidential election. However, when he tries to vote for Obama, the machine registers his vote as John McCain's instead. Although this was an exaggerated joke, it occurred in real life just a few years later. During the 2012 election, a faulty voting machine in Pennsylvania was switching votes from Barack Obama to votes for his opponent Mitt Romney. If only Homer could fix real voting machines with a donut too. From political satire to pop culture, The Simpsons hit the mark again when it predicted Lady Gaga's spectacular Super Bowl performance. In a 2012 episode titled Lisa Goes Gaga, Lady visits Springfield to perform. During her concert, the pop icon flies over the audience while suspended by cables, wearing a flashy silver outfit. The scene was a playful exaggeration of Lady Gaga's larger-than-life persona, but 5 years later, it became a reality. During the Super Bowl halftime show in 2017, Lady Gaga made a dramatic entrance. She descended from Houston NRG Stadium's roof, suspended by cables, and her outfit was strikingly similar to the one she wore in the Simpsons episode. Is there anything that they can't predict? And who could forget the chilling accuracy of the Simpsons' prediction of the Siegfried and Roy tiger attack? In the 1993 episode Springfield, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Legalized Gambling, Mr. Burns opened a casino in Springfield. One of the featured acts in the casino is Gunther and Ernst, a pair of magicians who perform with a white tiger known as Anastasia. During the performance, the tiger turns on the pair and viciously attacks them. The episode was a parody of the Las Vegas performers Siegfried and Roy, who were famous for their magic shows with white tigers. However, a decade later, the tragedy happened in real life. In 2003, Roy Horn of the famed Siegfried and Roy duo was attacked during a live performance by one of their white tigers known as Manticore. Roy survived the horrifying attack, but he suffered some serious injuries, effectively ending his career. The eerie similarities between the episode and the real-life incident left audiences shocked. Finally, The Simpsons predicted Disney's eventual acquisition of Fox in the 1998 episode When You Dish Upon a Star. The episode features Homer becoming the personal assistant to Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger, running errands for them to help maintain their low profile in Springfield. Later, Homer pitches a screenplay to Ron Howard, who takes it to 20th Century Fox. A subtle but eye-catching detail in the scene shows a sign that reads 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company. At the time, this was a playful jab at Disney's growing influence. However, in real life, Disney went on to acquire 21st Century Fox in 2017, which included the 20th Century Fox studio as part of the deal. By 2019, 20th Century Fox was officially under Disney's ownership, turning this once far-fetched joke into reality. Fans were left astonished, as a small gag from nearly 2 decades earlier ended up reflecting a major event in the entertainment industry. Unfortunately, guys, that marks the end of our video today. What other predictions made by The Simpsons came true? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more cartoon content.